We're facing difficult times right now, guys. We can't really go outside, so we need to face our boredom somehow. And that's why I'm here, to show you how to do that with some really cool indoor drones. Hi, I'm Paul from dronesgeek.com, and after testing a ton of these tiny drones, I have made a list with my favorite drones that you can play with indoors. They're in no particular order, as I think they're all great. I picked the best one out of every category out there, so they differ between each other depending on who it is better for. Make sure to stay till the end because I'll show you something unexpected. Let's start with the Eachine E010. A staple when it comes to drones that can fly indoors, a super cheap beginner drone that can be fun to fly and extremely cheap. You can buy a few of these for the entire family and still be under $100 total. The ducted propellers make sure it's well protected from crashes against the walls, and being so lightweight it's hard to get damaged easily. It can do flips and it's very nimble to fly, but you can slow it down by the press of a button, so it has two speed modes. I recommend this drone for anyone who simply wants a small but durable drone for indoors and has a really small budget. It's hard to go cheaper than this. You can find links in the description for each of them with the lowest prices I could find. The Easy Pilot is one of the indoor FPV drones that I really loved, and I actually fly it myself during quarantine since it's harder to go outside. It's more of an advanced quadcopter, so if you plan this to be your first drone, I recommend getting the Eachine E010 we talked about previously alongside this. It's a great way to start learning with one and then move your skills to FPV racing. The most incredible thing about the Easy Pilot is that it's made to stand out from the other FPV indoor drones because of its complete package and really cheap price. It comes with a pair of FPV goggles, the drone and a pretty good transmitter. I have tested quite a few indoor drones, yet it's hard to find something more suitable for beginners to test indoors FPV. I strongly recommend it if you want to have fun indoors chasing your cat or wife. It has absolutely no lag, and in beginner mode it's quite easy to fly. You can check my full review of it right here in the corner. The Force One UFO drone can be found quite cheap on Amazon, and it made it on this list thanks to three of its main features. I totally love the amazing LEDs, this being probably one of the most spectacular drones to fly at night, making for some great Instagram stories for sure. Second is the fact that it comes with very good prop guards, so you won't have to worry about clashing walls, which will happen, I assure you. And third, it's a great flyer. It flies super stable both indoors and outdoors, since it's slightly bigger than the previous ones. This can be a great choice for people who want to make the transition to outdoor flying. But if you want a good reason to take it, it's because of those damn cool lights. Also remember, you can check the full article with the pros and cons of each of these drones, updated monthly, down in the description. You can also find videos for each of these if you want to go more in depth to the ones you like most. The Snaptane H823 is a very easy to control drone, precise movements, hovers well in the air and can even do flips. The name is a bit weird, but the most differentiating factor is the amazing protecting cage it can be found in. You would think that this cage would make it slow and hard to control, but it's definitely not the case. The cage is super lightweight, and even though it's not as fast as the Emax Easy Pilot, this can be a great cheap beginner drone that you can fly super safely indoors. It's also great for kids and simply flying without a care in the world. Doesn't come with a camera, but with an LED in front instead. It's quite nice for night flying, although it doesn't compare to the Force One UFO in this regard. Whenever I recommend a drone from Parrot, I feel pretty good with myself, because I know all the drones are high quality and pretty special compared to most out there. The Parrot Mambo FPV is no exception. It might not have the protection you can find on some of the previous drones, but it actually doesn't need it. Why? Because it has an optical flow camera underneath it that can also take photos, by the way. The FPV version comes with an attachable camera on top that's actually quite good quality. You can see the live feed on your phone and put your phone inside the goggles that it comes within the box. You can also take the camera off and fly without one, or use any of the other accessories that can be later added in the mix, like the awesome cannon or hook that can be mounted in the place of the camera. I recommend this for people who are looking for a super stable flying drone. You can simply take this one in the air and let it hover there, something I can't say about the others on the list. It also comes with a pair of prop guards too. Overall, a great drone for slow and precise indoors flying and taking photos and videos, or maybe shooting around. This can also be a great investment for taking it outside afterwards and do some FPV flying with it. The range isn't usually bigger than 50 meters with any of these drones, so don't expect anything more. The Force F1 Scoot is probably the best drone for smaller kids on this list, as it's a really well protected drone and it doesn't even require a controller. It's also one of the most sold drones on Amazon. You simply move it around by putting your palms opposite to the direction you want it to fly, and the sensors will take care of it. Your kid might love this, or maybe he'll simply want to control it himself, in which case the previously mentioned Snaptin drone might be a better choice, and just as secure. This can also be fun to play around even for adults, so don't care about what people say, nobody can tell you when to have fun. As I told you previously, I do have a surprise for you at the end. And the surprise is the DJI Mavic Mini. And yes, I just added the Mavic Mini, a GPS drone, to an indoor drone flying list, and here's why. First of all, the Mavic Mini can actually be flown indoors and pretty successful at that. You can simply try to get it through all your rooms in the house without crashing, and that's pretty easy because this drone flies super stable. It also has these very useful prop guards that makes it stress-free to simply hit the drone on a wall with no issues. It's great if you want to learn the basics of flight too, as long as you're careful and have enough space indoors. But the best thing about buying the Mavic Mini is that you have this super capable GPS drone that you can also fly outside and record some stunning footage with it in the meantime. What about flying it outside from indoors? Yes, that can actually work. You can choose one of the two ways of doing this. Either launch it in GPS mode and fly it around in your city or town. This is preferably done from outside though, especially if you have a garden. You can do it from the balcony too, like I did here, but keep in mind that in return to home it might be stuck on your apartment building. But if you manage to stop the return to home in the meantime and direct it to your window and indoors, this is quite a fun activity and a nice way to explore the city without any danger. Good thing about the Mavic Mini is that it's under 250 grams, so you don't have to register it in the US and most other countries too. Leave a comment down below and let me know which one of these did you like, and also if you tried flying a DJI Mavic Mini indoors and how it felt. If you have any ideas for other drones in this category, I may put it in the DronesGator article about indoor drones. If you have any questions whatsoever and want me to help you find your perfect drone, just comment down below and I will answer the question when I have time. If you're still undecided what to buy, I do recommend you check the drone tool down in the description, where you can sort drones by price, battery life, range and so on, and you get everything recommended in the table next to it. If you like drones in general and don't know where to start, you can visit DronesGator's homepage and it will guide you to the respective categories where you can learn a lot more about drones in general or about specific models. If you want to see more videos like this, it would help a lot if you'd like this video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. I post about 3 times per week. If you want, you can watch the related video right here, the next recommended video right here, and you can subscribe to DronesGator easily if you click on my face right now. I usually post buyer guides for drones in general, individual reviews, photography and videography tips and so on. So thanks for watching and see ya later, alligator!